And we checking in with the boy Corlie. Let's get it. And J Doug. How y'all feeling?
What's going on? Feeling good.
Man, feeling great, man. Feeling blessed, man. Thank y'all for having us, man.
Hey,
for real.
Thank you for sliding through, bro, for sure.
Big fan.
Man, no problem, man. Anytime y'all give me that call.
Hey, man, we've been trying to set this up for a little minute, though. That's crazy, but I'm glad we finally got around to it.
Yes, sir.
You know, I don't know, bro, because we go back to college, bro, and I'm trying to remember.
They don't even know that, though.
For sure. I'm trying to remember, did I interview you in college? Did I?
Yeah, I don't think we did.
I don't know, bro. But yeah, for sure. Yeah. But, man, how you been, though, bro?
Man, been great, man. You feel me? Just, elevating, just locked in, working, you feel me? Still enjoying my youth, though, too, so.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can turn records for real.
Hey, heavy on that, bro. I love to hear that.
Yeah, Zersky, how you been, man?
I've been cool, bro. Can't complain. You know what
bro,
I'm saying?
Man, still doing your thing, bro. Proud to see it. Love to see it.
Love, bro. Hey, that's major.
That's Zersky. For sure. Love always.
All right, where you from, bro? Obviously.
Man, I was I'm born out in the burbs and shit, but I definitely been in the city though. I grew up north, then I moved to the south suburbs and shit like Hazel Crest, shit like that. Went to Hillcrest, like then went to.
I didn't even know you
went
to Hillcrest.
Yeah, on road went to Hillcrest. Definitely went to Hillcrest. That school was crazy, but hey, man, it made me who I am today, man. So shout out to Crest, man. Shout out to Hawks, man.
For sure that.
Man, in high school, what was something that you wanted to be growing up?
Always want to do music, bro. Like always in high school. I think high school when I linked up with my homies for real, like I was really like always by myself for real to high school. That's when I actually found like a group of guys that I was actually like, I bet. This the guys, like we locked in, and then they was doing music. So then that's when I like found my love for music through kicking it with them and shit. So yeah, always want to do music or be in the NBA.
Hoop dreams, you feel me? I told my son the other day I'm gonna make it. He say, "Man, you not eligible." The fuck you mean I'm not eligible? He said
He said you not eligible.
That's what he told me, bro. I wasn't
eligible. Man, they hated on Jesus, man.
Bro, what the fuck he was on, man?
Oh, bro, don't listen to it, man.
That's a new one. He say you not eligible.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that for sure. I'm definitely gonna use that.
You're not eligible.
All right, man. The music bug bit you in high school, but at what point was you like, man, I really, you know what I'm saying, got it. I really could see myself taking this shit somewhere.
Man, college, bro. What's that? Junior year of college or sophomore, junior year of college. That's when I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do for real. Like I literally, I was with Almighty Twan. Shout out Almighty Twan. No, we ain't chopped up in a minute, but I was rapping since high school. So then we got to college, and then he was like, I don't know, we was recording in his dorm and shit. And then he was like, yeah, bro, you say you a rapper, but where your music at? Like, I'm like, damn. I ain't gonna lie, it was so simple like that. But then that's when it hit me. Like, I'm like, damn, he right. Like, where my music at? So as soon as we went on break from Western, I went back to the crib. I recorded a song, shot a video on campus. You feel me? And that is when I was like, yeah, okay. Just seeing the reaction and everything. That's when I was like, yeah, this what I want to do for real. Like for real. This one I want to lock in for real.
I think I remember that video.
Yeah. I forgot. Well, I think who crib we was at.
Was it like wasn't it like a bar crawl or something you shot it at?
I think something like that. Somebody, and it was the only hot day of the week. Like all the rest of the day was cold, but that specific day was a day party. I know it was a day party. For sure. It was busting.
That's dope, bro. And it was a lot of talent in Western. That was like the real life. It was like a mecca for entrepreneurship and people who are starting off. And you still see people like that today from their roots at Western.
For sure.
But when I was there and I was getting into radio, I got into radio with Camo out there. You know what I'm saying? And he had a nice eye for what was going on. And then I think I met you at like a functional event or something. We were just chopping it up. But then from that moment of like when I started to see the talent that was out there, I'm like, somebody got to do a campus takeover, bro. Then like I remember I seen you drop that video. I'm like, it's gonna be you. You know, you gonna be the one that jump out your shell and take over.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Granted, though, it was at your latter years in school, but you still used your time and your resources there to garner like a early fan base.
Yeah, for sure, man. It was a journey, man. You feel me? But I'm happy for it. I'm here for it, man. You feel me? I'm here that. I'm glad I met you, bro. If I ain't meet you, bro, we wouldn't be here right now. So
hey, that's major.
Man.
And it was a genuine connection too.
Yes, sir. Always. Oh, never been no funny vibes, never been no weird energy, just all love, bro. That's why I'm happy to be here, especially today, bro. For real.
For sure. And what was just in music in general, bro? What was some of your early influences though? Like who was some people you were listening to growing up, or like anybody around you?
Man, first of all, the guys was a big influence. Like, cause everybody was talented in their own way. It felt like when we was rapping in the room, it felt like we went platinum already. I ain't gonna lie. So definitely the guys was a big inspiration. And as far as like mainstream artists, like I was heavy on Future, heavy on Drake, especially, you know, I'm Nigerian, so I was heavy on Wizkid, you feel me? I was on Wizkid Tough, like, you feel me? That's definitely a big inspiration in the present day. But yeah, like really like J. Cole, Future, Jay-Z, like I could go Biggie, like, you know what I mean? I go, it just, the list so long.
Like. For sure. And how did you two all link up?
Man, funny enough, we linked through this man right here. Y'all gonna see him in the camera.
He gonna be on soon.
He gonna be on soon. But we linked through this man right here, Jason. I reached out to Jason. He had dropped a video of him making a beat, and I reached out to him, and then we scheduled a studio session. For sure. So then when we scheduled that studio session, it was at his studio. So that's how it went from there. So we all just been locked in ever since.
For sure. Jada, talk about some of your works, man, and how you got your start in music and everything.
Man, so how I got my start is first of all, I come from a musical family. So my dad is a drummer, and my siblings, what my sister primarily was a vocalist, and then I had an uncle that I was really close with who was rapping. So I've been around music my whole life, but I was always the kid that would like to take stuff apart and put them back together. So before I knew that music and technology was very cohesive, I always separated the two, but I did them both. Like I always loved working with my hands. And then I would go to studio sessions with my dad, and I would just be fascinated by the process. And it didn't really click right away, but I just loved being in that environment. I'm like, man, like, you know how sometimes, excuse me, when kids go to studios, their first instinct is like, oh, where's the candy? Where are like the video games? Where are like all the other, excuse me, the necessities or just like the extra stuff that comes with the studio. I just wanted to be in the control room. I just like wanted to stay there and just be a fly on the wall. So fast forward, by the time I was a teenager, I had linked up with some homies. We all just like started rapping and making beats, you know, just like doing everything that we could to just be creative and put stuff out. And I was fascinated by it. And then when I got to high school, we had a radio station program, but then we also had like a music industry program that had a studio in it. Yeah. So that was when I had really started building my chops up as far as like engineering and then also production. And then transition over to college, I was DJing, but then I was also working out of different studios, just interning, working at the studios on campus. So that was really how I got my start, was just being around music my whole life, but still having like that engineering mind of just like wanting to work with technology. So once I found out that music and tech was cohesive, I just ran with it. I'm like, oh no, this is what I want to do. Like, it's very behind the scenes. It's still hands-on. Like, you're involved still throughout that whole process. It just felt more like me.
For sure. That's a very studious background, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
He could break it down.
Yeah, I can tell you interested in it too, you know, and tech in itself, that's something you got to sit down and, you know, and do your homework on. Sure. So that's dope, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, anybody that make beats, I feel like I got to ask them this question, because it's like, who the fuck grows up wants to make beats? Like, how do you even find yourself like, man, I wanna make that. I wanna make a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Man, the funny thing is, like, I didn't really. I had fun with it, you know, because like my uncle gave me a cracked version of FL Studio, and that was like also around the same time I was learning how to code. So like cracking down software and things like that was much more interesting to me. But I'm like, oh no, making beats is cool. But the second I started linking up with my homies and we started like recording, I was like, okay, what can I do with this vocal? Oh, this beat that we did, what can I do with that beat? So it's like engineering and production really began fascinating me a whole lot more. So if anything, even though I didn't know how to identify it, it was more so like, man, I don't know what this is, but as long as I could just be in the studio without even knowing that it was engineering and production, I'm like, this is it right here. Making beats, or I think I said one time, use a microphone, something like that. So yeah, definitely the studio process overall had me in the chokehold at a very early age.
Man, gotta love it.
Facts. Now we got Push Up.
Yeah.
Explain this record to us, man.
Man, this was the start of this whole project that I know we're gonna chop it up about later. But this project right here is like, I took it back to the roots, you feel me? So not even the project, this song, like this is embracing just my Nigerian culture and also being born in America. So I feel like this is a great representation. We all worked on it. It's this song specifically has a special place for all of us. So definitely this Push Up featuring Saeed. If you watch this right now, shout out Saeed, man.
Shout out to the man.
You feel me? Yeah. Let's push up. Let's go.
Yo, do us a favor and yourself a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to tap that notification bell as well so you can stay updated. Now let's get to the video.
Check it back in with Corlie, and man, we got our guest JD in the building with him.
What's up? Thanks for having me.
So thank you for coming, bro. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. This is the second time being here. My first time behind the mic, so.
Oh, for sure. That's dope.
Definitely nice to be here.
Let's get it. We
Shout out to your second time being in the building.
Zersky.
Hopefully both times was cold.
One time because of this guy right here, Corlie.
For sure that.
All right, so how did y'all? Oh, you explain how y'all met. How did y'all two meet?
Yeah, similar thing. I met him through him. I reached out to him. I know I was saying I reached out to him because he dropped a beat tutorial video. He was making beats and dropped a content video. So I reached out to him. I was like, yeah, bro, let's work. Woo. So he set up a session with J Doug, you feel me? And then even before that, I think I met you at a party though.
We met at a party.
Yeah, I met you at a party though, for real.
It was like a mutual friend hosting like a kickback.
Yeah.
And when you were playing your music,
yeah,
we were like watching like the videos. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. That's really how we met, bro. That's really how we met.
Shout out them kickbacks, man.
No cap.
We have to be there.
KBZs.
All right, so man, what I would say, what is one motivational thing that y'all could take from each other that you be like, damn, bro pushing me forward type shit, or I'm inspired by?
Yeah, that's a good question, man.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
I feel like even when we first started locking in, it was like, because we all have like different interests, like when it comes to music, and like Corlie has like his own established like sound, and I feel like with this project, he was like captivating on the sound that he already has, but then also branching out to something new. And like that's also kind of like, if you heard the song like Push Up, that's like an AfroBeat inspired track. So like that was kind of like my influences, like bringing it in to trying to like see if we can mesh it with Corlie and then Saeed as well. So like it just kind of like worked out. So that's just one example of that. But yeah, I feel like just we bring like different interests, but then we always find a way to kind of like have that synergy to create something new, something unique out of that. So it's dope, man.
Yeah, bro, I'll definitely agree with that statement. And I'll just say another thing, like just genuineness. Like before anything, everything was just always genuine. Like these are really some like good dudes, like to know, you feel me, and to be with. Like everything just always been genuine. Everything always been authentic. Like, and I definitely like look to them as like, you know, like God sent type stuff.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? So definitely I take that from them. As far as their just the passion that everybody has in the room. That's another thing I take and I'm inspired by.
For sure. I was gonna say that it sounds like all three of y'all care, and that go a long way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't too cool about this shit. Like this shit, real life. Y'all can still feel the giddiness in y'all about this shit. You know, so, and that go a long way though, man. And trying new things on a new project. You say you got Push Up. You tried to. It was AfroBeats inspired. How was the success of AfroBeats giving y'all confidence? You know what I'm saying, and into trying new things. You know, because you got so many artists. You got WizKid, you got guys like KLP and everything. I just checked out a KLP project. I think it's called like Pretty Girls Love AfroBeats. He just dropped that.
Pretty girls do like Afrobeats.
Like he ain't lie though.
No cap.
For sure, but
no cap at all.
But yeah, how's that like inspiring y'all though?
Man, I feel like now more than ever, like it's just the time for it. Back then, it was like I didn't know how to attack it because I grew up out in America. You feel me? I grew up in Chicago. Like all I know is what I see out here. But like to go back to Nigeria and like their melodies out there is just different.
Man.
The accent is different. Like
Love
I feel like I don't even want to force it. Like I don't even want to like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to like force nothing, force the energy, force a vibe. But now more than ever, like I feel like it's just a time for it. We seen Chris Brown do it with Sensational, and I love Sensational. And what's the other song? He dropped another one. You know what I mean? Call me every day was off. I was playing that repeat, like in the crib playing it. So I feel like right now it's just the time. Now is the time more than ever. And I'm actually Nigerian, so it's like it just makes so much sense. You feel me? So and I always been connected with it. I always knew everything about it. Just didn't want to force it, you know?
Yeah, and that song "Call Me Every Day" actually inspired one of the other beats, like the other songs we're working on now too.
For sure, yeah. That's
Ree. So,
Shout out Ree.
Yeah,
For sure.
Real
Afrobeats make you just want to get on a boat or some shit.
Bro,
That's
make
how
you
I
want
know
to
every
travel.
song.
I don't want to be in Chicago.
I always
I was
think
trying
of
to
a
be
boat when
Dubai.
I listen to that shit. I always think of a boat. It ain't
You
one
feel
song that don't sound like this shit shouldn't be played on a boat.
You know, it's so beautiful. Like I love it. Like I just love how, you know, you crazy what being born in a different continent, just different environment in general, like can do. Like, you know what I mean? So
Do you still travel to Nigeria?
yeah, I'm actually going this December, man. I haven't been since my junior year in high school. So I'm grown now, you feel me?
Lit.
It's lit. It's up, you know, like I said, I can't wait to go this December, man.
Man, explain how beautiful Nigeria is. I've never been. You feel me? My boy Biko, he done been, you know what I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
he done told me his stories, but tell me how beautiful it is through your eyes.
Man, the beautifulness about Nigeria is that like one thing you're gonna realize out back when you land is the hustle. Like they don't have what we have out here. Like they don't have 24-hour electricity. Like they don't have like access to schools and resources like we do out here, but they make the best out of what they got, and they make sure they chase that dollar for real. Like as soon as when I touched to Nigeria and in my junior year, I don't know how many, probably like 5 years ago. As soon as I got off the plane, you just see people trying to hustle like off back, like just that was crazy. Like that was crazy just to see off back, like just the hustle. You feel me? That's one thing I took from Nigeria. Also, they make beauty out of the struggle. Like everybody is just, you know, everybody's just more united in their own. What word I'm trying to say? They're more united in their. I don't want to say kingdom, but it's like something like a king. Like they have their own. Everybody has their own cult or cult,
sure.
like, you know what I mean? And they just united within that. So that's another thing I took from Nigeria as well.
That's something I peeped too with a lot of because I noticed the north side of Chicago is a major hub for Nigerian.
Yeah.
And I noticed that a lot of Nigerians over there, they stick together. Like I feel like it goes without saying too. Like y'all, you know, people probably talk amongst themselves, but like when you see everybody out in public, whether it's supporting or just chilling with each other, it's like everybody is like united. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I would say was shown.
For sure. I definitely agree with that, man. I think it's just everybody just had that common factor right there. Like they when you say you just in general just come from a foreign country, it's just that common factor of, you know, everybody's coming from a certain struggle. You know what I mean? So it's like that brings people together within itself. Like it's just relatable. So it just sticks, you know?
And what would you say is like some of your influences out of Nigeria other than, you feel me, that hustle?
Man, my influences is just the culture, the way of life out there is different. It's different. You know, the food, the slang, the women, the everything is what I take out of it. Everything is it's different. It's a different world out there. Politics is different. Everything is just different. So it's so much to take in when you are there, because it's just so much so much new things going on that you're not familiar with.
Are you looking forward to creating music out there when you go to town?
Man, I'm trying to go crazy, man. If any especially like Davido, Automotive Black, Wizkid, anybody y'all if y'all hearing this, reach out, please. I'll try to link with y'all. That's what I want to link with. I want to do something. I want to definitely be in the studio. Definitely want to record a video out there. Also, I want to connect with some Afrobeat artists and make some raw music. You feel me? So, you know, that's definitely what I'm trying to do when I get out there.
For sure.
All right, man. You brung us one more record, man. YSL, man. Explain that joint to us.
Man, YSL, shout out Midas Russ. I made that with him. This is a special record because this is when I really tapped into a new sound that I wasn't familiar with, and it actually just sounds so good. Like, I've been sitting on this record for some time now. Everybody I played it for, I just see the love. Like, I see the love and how they embrace the record. So, you know, that's one thing, but more so it's just me. This is one of the first records I tapped into a new sound. So, and I really love it. I listen to this on repeat. So I'm excited to present this too. So this is YSL, Midas Russ. Shout out.
Hell yeah. We got the project, man. You say Hi-Fi, right?
Yes, Zersky, Hi-Fi.
Hi-Fi, and you say you deciding between the LP and the EP. But
Yes,
give more detail on the project in your words.
Man, we've been working on this project for a year, so we just like picking through so many songs and just trying to figure out what sticks, what should we, like, it's so much to choose from. Right. So it's like, we could really go 8-9 songs, or we could cut it down to 5, like, you know what I mean? So it was just figuring it out, you know what I mean? But it's gonna be put together and out probably by second week of July.
For sure. And you working with it with the guys, J Doug and JD in the room. Talk about their contribution, and also JD on the mic as well. He could talk about his contribution as well.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm a producer. So I think depending on how many songs we put out, I'll probably produce like 2 or 3 of the songs that are gonna be in the project. Yeah. Push Up was one of the ones that we already heard. Also, I'll be giving the names out. Can I talk?
Can we give names? Should we give names out?
Maybe not.
Nah.
We'll say that. Yeah. But there are a couple more that I produced on there. So
I like 4 of them.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean my influence for production, I'd say like my number one influence especially for the Afrobeat songs, is Jules. He's like probably my favorite Afrobeat producer. Also hailing from Ghana. So yeah, if you hear that like guitar sample and Push Up, that was definitely like one of his like sample packs that he put out, and I sampled it and then just like programmed the drums and bass around that. So yeah. Sure.
Is it difficult when y'all going through the album process of like, man, I really love this song, but it just don't fit the sequence of the other songs? You feel me? Like, how do you make those hard decisions?
Man, we still making them. Bro, it's just a gut feeling at the end of the day. Like, you just gonna listen to it and you gonna go whatever your gut and your heart tell you at the end of the day. So that's how you go through it.
Yeah, and we always like bounce back ideas, like back and forth. We'll be in the group chat, be like, hey, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
And just kind of go from there. Yeah.
How important is it for y'all to, one, trust each other, but also have that open ear where you don't take the criticism too wrong?
Man, it's very important. I think first and foremost, we built the foundation of just genuineness. So I know when they tell me anything, it's coming from a good place. Yeah. So when you know that and you feel that, when they do criticize, you're not gonna take it the wrong way, because you know it's coming from some good people. So
yeah. No, I agree. I mean, there's even sometimes like in the studio where I'll be like cooking up a beat, or like just going through samples, or even playing other beats that I already had made before the session. And it's like, all right, we feeling this? Maybe not. But it's like, it's all about like the direction where we want the project to go. So like, if one thing isn't hitting that day, we could always like come back to it. Or like, if something else is like, just like not really aligned like with the focus of the project, then we'll just kind of like push it off till later, so we can like, kind of like develop what we want this project to actually like sound like. So it's always just like going through ideas, and then like as time goes on, we always kind of like narrow down like to really figure out what's going to be like the main focus of the project, what's actually going to make it to it. So.
So what's some short-term goals that you have from the project, like something that you want to see? Speaking of this being released in the summer, so like what's something you want to see in a short time?
Man, that's a good question, because it's like, I want so much, like, you know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I want a lot from it. One, I want just to build a new fan base, expand the fan base. You feel not even build a new fan, expand the fan base. One, I just want to like travel with this music as well, like, do shows not just in Chicago, like move around and do things in New York, here. You know, I even want to go to Nigeria, you know, with it. Like, you know, just go different parts of the world, because I feel like the music is definitely capable to do that. You know what I mean? This on some global, like, type of vibe, because you got the hip-hop that we all know in Chicago, you know, the rap that we all like in Chicago mixed with the Afrobeat. So I just feel like this can, like, reach so many people, honestly. That's the goal with the project, reach so many people.
Hey, it's limitless out here, bro.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
All right, man. Before we get out of here, I gotta ask you my favorite question. It's for both of y'all. You feel me? If y'all can go back and give y'all younger self any advice, what would it be?
Want to go first?
Oh man, yeah, I'll go first. I think just trust yourself and like trust like your vision, trust your sound. Like just continue to like just build off of like what you already know that you like, what you already like see for yourself, and just kind of like trust yourself. Like I think it's easy to get hard on yourself when you know you don't see exactly like what you think that you're capable of like initially, but you got to just like stick with it and keep learning throughout the whole process. That's kind of like what I've learned just being on this journey as well, where it's just like nothing's like perfect. Like I think at least for me, like I have this idea in my mind that like everything should be a certain way or be perfect like initially, but like you got to go through like the growing pains and stuff like that. So I'd say like that's what I'll tell myself.
Major.
I tell myself, my younger self, like, you got this. Like, you can do this, you know, because growing up, I ain't always had the best self-esteem. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I wasn't always confident in myself, you feel me? I definitely went through, like, the mental battles with myself in the mirror, you feel me? Not loving myself. So I definitely tell my younger self, like, you got this, you know? You could do this, you feel me? Like, and, yeah.
Major.
All right, before we get out of here, man, tell the people how they can get in tune with y'all, stay in tune with y'all, fan, everything y'all got going on.
Yes, sirski. You know, anybody want to tap in, you can reach out on IG, Twitter, all that the same, at @1CORLIE. Again, you can reach me out you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, all that at @1CORLIE. You feel me? Apple Music, all that, Corlie, CORLIE.
You can find me on IG at jd.music.
Bro, you guys.
J-Doug, you want to say yours too?
You know, say yo, you know.
Yes, sir.
And you can find me on IG at hi_, I'm J_. So that's HIIMJAE.
For sure.
All right, Jimmy, talk to the people.
For sure. Hey man, shout out I guess Corlie, JD, and J-Doug in the
Sirski,
building, man. It's all in the family right here on
All
Sound
love,
Radio.
man. Appreciate y'all for real, man.
We appreciate y'all for coming through, you know, talking about the project, talking about everything that y'all working on, you know, and the goals that y'all expect from yourself, you know. And I like that when you said your short term goal is pretty much you aiming high, and that's a great thing, bro. That's what time it is, you know, especially when we tapping in what we love and what we want to do. Sure. Aiming high, ain't nothing wrong with it. Sure, and it was great meeting y'all today, J-Doug and JD, for sure. And I got, like I say, I got a good vibe from y'all, and I got from both of y'all. Y'all really love what y'all doing along with Corlie, and that goes a long way, man. And I know you for about like 6-7 years, bro. And that's crazy how much time flies in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? But you always had the same demeanor about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got older, but you always had a great humble demeanor. You know what I'm saying? And like,
appreciate that.
I feel like you are a guy. Your specialty, from what I've seen from you and the times I've been around you, hung with you, or just seen you going by, I feel like your specialty always been your approach. You know what I'm saying? How you approach things, how you approach people, and that go a long way, bro. First impressions, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That matters. And how you carry yourself, that matters. And I feel like you got that. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that for real, man.
For sure.
So appreciate that.
For sure. And as you keep going through them doors, bro, a lot of people gonna realize that, like, damn, this man really, you know what I'm saying? He an approachable guy. Being likable matters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people really don't think that matters, but I feel like all three of y'all are some likable people. I think people sometimes be thinking like, shit, I don't give a fuck if nobody fuck with me. It's a cool mindset to have, but when you go through some doors, you got to be approachable. You got to be likable, and people got to want to form some respect for you. If they don't want to form no respect from you, ain't no telling what somebody will try to do. They'll probably try to cheat you out some money, trick you out some shit, lie to you, anything, just because they can. So you know, as long as you keep that demeaning approach, bro, you got some ways to go on this shit. For sure.
I appreciate that for real.
I don't know. Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all connect with them. Stay tuned, man. High Five, the project is on the way. LP or EP, we will find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. For sure.
Tune in.
But yeah, hey, but we on the lookout, bro. So when that drop though, for sure send that through, man.
We'll do, man.
Appreciate you,
love,
bro.
Man.
For sure. And follow Ill Sound Radio. Everybody, ILL.
Tap in, man. This is like I said, the Breakfast Club in Chicago. Like, hey, this is gonna be bigger than that, man.
We appreciate that, bro.
Shit.
They really need to stop playing. Like, this is really one of the best platforms to be on in this city. Like, and it needs more recognition for that. Like, y'all do a lot for people.
For sure. We
can't wait to like y'all get y'all flowers.
Oh, we appreciate it.
Like, I'm giving y'all flowers now, but I'm waiting till the world get y'all flowers.
Yeah, I have to say, hey, if it's coming from y'all, that means that's all we need to keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Exactly.
For sure. But yeah, follow Ill Sound Radio, download the iLLANOiZE radio app, follow me, Groove Nuke, GROOVNUKE. And Jay, what you gotta say to him?
Man, this is why interviews are important to me. You feel me? You get to learn somebody, you get to get a feel of who they are, you feel me, as far as the personality, you feel me? I'm rocking with y'all, you feel me? I don't think I ever met you before, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't never met either one of y'all. So just the energy that y'all brung in this motherfucker was special, you know what I'm saying? And I know anytime, like I tell Jimmy all the time, man, every time he set up an interview, man, I don't know what you is right now. You gotta be like 100 for 100. You feel me? Nah, for real. Because if he bringing somebody in here, I know he done connected with them people in a personal way. You know what I'm saying? And always lead to a good interview. And just sitting here chopping it up with y'all. You feel me? I'm a fan now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why interviews are important to me. Because you know what I'm saying? You win people over. I was watching a Hitmaker interview and he was like, man, people wasn't fucking with Sexy Red because of music. They was fucking with Sexy Red for the same reason they fuck with Cardi B, because they liked who they were as people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why interviews are important to me. You know what I'm saying? I tap in with an interview before I tap in with music, and then that'll lead me down there. So man, I think y'all did a great job with this one.
I appreciate that, bro.
For sure, man.
So definitely fuck with your vibe and your energy too. There ain't been nothing but love since we walked in here, bro.
For sure that.
Hey, man, come on, man.
Oh, bro, man.
Yeah, but on the way out, man, I'm gonna play both your joints again, man. We're gonna play YSL and Push Up again, man. Album on the way, man. Y'all fuck with these boys. You feel me?
Man.
Ill Sound Radio, man. Till next week.